Hello, so in this video, I'm going to talk about how there is a lot of value in Slack. Stay tuned. Welcome to Wellness with John. I'm John Peters, and these are resources to help you thrive. I'm a mindfulness-based therapist who's been in practice now for about 27 years. And I've worked with thousands of patients to help them lower their stress and function better. So my channel is a variety of tips from a therapist to help you lower your anxiety, cope with challenges better, and live a more satisfying life. And by the way, if you like this kind of content, please take a second right now and hit the like button for this video. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe so that you can stay updated for future posts, and also because it helps me grow my channel. Thanks a lot for that. So I thought of making this video because the other day I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about how looking at our own practices, there are some practices for me that in different forms I've been doing for decades, and this is true for my friend as well. And we were talking about how we had learned a lot of extremely valuable information from periods of slacking off with our practices. So for me, a practice that's been a component of my pretty much daily practice for about 4 decades now is some sort of mindfulness meditation. And when I was young and more heroic about it, I was doing quite a bit, and I was doing it every day, and I did that for long periods of time. But I've gone through periods of my life where I haven't done so much aggressive practice. And I've gone through some periods of my life where I've completely slacked off and haven't done very much formal meditation practice for, different periods of time. And what I actually do, if you measure it in terms of overall time per day, really does wax and wane quite a bit. And so I was having this conversation with my friend, and we were talking about how our own understanding of the effects that certain practices have on us have often been revealed, or certainly made more robust, during periods of not doing them, right? Now, when you do something, you often can see the result, and that becomes the thing that you anchor to. So like if you start exercising and you start feeling better in your body and about your body, and it gives you more energy, and it helps you sleep better, and it lowers your stress and improves your mood and things like that. Obviously, then you can kind of pin that on the activity, and that is a valid thing to think about. If you exercise more, you get those kinds of benefits. If you meditate more, you get better mood regulation and lower stress and better sleep and things like that. So we get benefits from the things that we do. And that's a valid thing to pay attention to. But I think that we get a lot more information when we also pay attention to what happens when those things go out the window, or we reduce the amount that we're doing. Oftentimes when I talk to patients, they look at their slack times as just failures, and they don't really examine them for the positive things, the constructive things that they can glean out of that, right? So I have patients, obviously as a therapist, I have many patients who are on anti-anxiety medications and antidepressant medications, and who are doing maintenance kinds of wellness activities to try to ameliorate their psychiatric symptoms. But most of the time when people characterize not doing something for a period of time, it's really, I slipped up. I'm a slacker in a bad way, and I'm letting go of the stuff that I know should be helping me and that I should be committed to. And if that helps people recommit, if it helps people follow through, that's fine. It's fine to say, like I feel bad that I let my gym membership lapse and I've stopped working out, and feeling bad in that way might motivate me to go sign up again and start working out more regularly. That's fine. But I think that we can also take a careful look at what do I notice about myself. And one reason to do that is that some things we're doing because we know they're good ideas, but we may not actually have the clearest idea of them actually doing the thing that we want them to do. So, for example, using antidepressants as an example, sometimes I have people who, went through a stressful period or had some persistent depressive symptoms, and they went to their doctor and they got an antidepressant and they started doing it. And then when I ask them, do you think that that's helping you? Sometimes people say, I'm not really sure. And part of the reason for that is that usually concurrent with starting an antidepressant, people also go to therapy. People also start doing wellness activities. Maybe people start reducing their alcohol intake and their caffeine intake and trying to get better sleep and things like that. So part of the issue with assessing any one of the variables is that often we have multiple variables that are lining up all at the same time, and we're not really sure what to attribute the changes to, right? Now, this is not an excuse to slack. It's not an excuse to stop your antidepressant therapy. But I am saying that for my patients who have dropped one of their things that they had in place as part of their wellness plan, the time period where they dropped it often was revealing of the role that thing was playing in their wellness, right? So whatever it is, it doesn't have to be stopping medication. But, if someone says, well, yeah, I haven't gone to the gym in 3 months and I can tell that I'm not sleeping as well, my mood's not as good, and I'm not as happy with my body and things like that. So the bottom line, the so what of this video is appreciate your slack, right? As if you've watched other videos on my channel, you know that I'm not a fan of apathy, so I'm not preaching slack. This is not a video also about the Church of the Subgenius, if you happen to know what that is, that celebrates slack. But I am saying that we all slack. You slack, I slack, we all slack part of the time, right? And, should you only see that as failure? No. I think you should also see it as a way to be mindful of your activities and the results that you're getting from your activities. And that's going to make you a better informed person as you do make your wise wellness plan, and as you do commit to it, and as you follow through with it. It's a teacher. Slack can be a teacher, right? So that's the point of this video. So anyway, please like the video, please subscribe, and stay tuned to this channel because I'm going to keep posting. See you in the next video.